Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum. Let's continue physical geography for the topic studying plains. Okay, so first of all, what is plains? Plains are expanses of relative flatlands that cover about 1/3 of the Earth's continents. So plain is another features of the continents. It can be a rich farmland and it can also be a desert. It is not completely flat. You can also find hills, but a gentle sloping and low hills. And usually a wild grasses covered many plants. So plants also didn't get enough precipitation compared to the mountain. That's why we can seldom see a huge tree that grows at the plains. Next, how does plant form? So there are three ways on how plant forms. Firstly, because of the uplifting earth crust. So as you know, at the inner layers of the earth, there is a hot pressure that's come from downwards. So this pressure will push the oceanic crust, and then eventually this oceanic crust will be raising up above the water level, and then this crust will form the plains. Next one is plains form because of the glacier. So glacier, we can call it as the natural bulldozer, where it can pluck the ground when it flows down from the hills. So when this plucking process happens, the pieces of ground will be flowing together down hills, and then it will deposit it at the low area. So then the glacier will be, the melt glacier will be flowed to the river. And this deposited sediments form a plain. So this is how a plain from a glacier looks like. A third one is because of the eroding forces of wind and also rains. Okay, so erosion can wear away the tops of hills or mountains and create an elevated plain. So since plain is exposed, so it will continue eroded by the winds and water.
First comes the external process, in which external factors such as wind and rain shapes the Earth's surface by erosion and deposition. Yes, erosion is a process in which sediments get deposited in a different location, whereas sediments are the materials on the Earth's surface, such as soil and rocks.
Okay, now let me introduce you to the three types of plains. First one is coastal plains. So coastal plains is a low-lying area between the oceans and also the highland of continents. So these plains form because of the sediments deposited by the oceans, which is from the wave and also wind. And then, if you still remember, this is a continental shelf. The coastal plain is the extensions to the continental shelf. So this is the example of North Goa, India. Secondly is flat plains. So flat plains is also a low-lying area on either sides of a river, which flood during time of rising water. But when the water deposited, that will form floodplains. Floodplains in Sichuan, China. The third type of plain is tableland plains. So this is a plain at a high elevation, also known as plateau. So it looks like mountain, but it have a flat peak. It's actually a partially eroded mountain. And they also have the other types of tableland, which is mesas and also buttes, which is smaller than the plateau. Three types of tableland plains, which is plateau, mesas, and also buttes. Okay. Now let's go to the animals and plants that live at the coastal plains. So normally we can find all of these near to the oceans: pelican, feather crab, seals, red sand, verbena, Armaria maritima. Okay, now animals and plants that can live at the flat plains, which is beside a river. Okay, what about buffalo, crocodile, beaver, spider lily, sorghum? And these are the animals and plants that live at the Tableland Plains. Kyoto, weasel, mammoth, Cantonisia, and also succulents. Here are the 6 famous plants: Australian plains, Gangetic plains of India at Bangladesh, Great Plains, United States, Canterbury Plains at New Zealand, Indus Valley Plains at Pakistan, and Plateau of Tibet at China. So you're going to choose one from these 6 plains and you're going to make some research about them. And lastly, this is the relief map, which is the physical map that shows the physical feature of the continents, and it also shows the elevations. To find a plane, here I got the labels on the Great Plains, and usually you can see that the elevation of plane is at a lower level, and usually I found that most of the relief map we can find planes in a yellow color. That's all from me. Assalamualaikum.